Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we deliver key insights to make you well-informed, fast. Today, we're tackling something I think almost everyone struggles with.
Really?
That frustrating loop of reading English word by word. You spend forever looking up vocabulary, and by the end, you've completely lost the plot.
It's exhausting. And honestly, it's just not an efficient way to learn. So in this deep dive, our whole mission is to shift that approach.
From the trees to the forest.
Exactly. We want to get you focused on structural understanding. The idea is to build like an information map in your brain before you dive into the details.
That's such a critical distinction. It's about acquiring information, not just translating words.
Yeah.
So how do we start building that map?
It all happens in the first 60 seconds. Seriously. Yeah. It's a quick visual scan that basically preps your brain for what's coming.
Yeah.
If you skip this, you're just going in blind.
Okay, so let's break down that first minute. You mentioned two core moves. The first is skimming. So that's where you hit the title, read the first paragraph all the way through, and then just the first sentence of every other paragraph.
Yep, the topic sentence. That gives you the main structure, the skeleton of the article, almost instantly.
And the second move.
That's scanning. This is more like hunting. You're not reading for meaning yet. You're just looking for specific data points.
Like what? Numbers, dates?
Numbers, dates, and any proper nouns. Capitalized words for people, places, organizations, they pop right off the page.
I love that idea of front-loading. You're giving your brain all the key signposts first, so it's not working so hard to find its footing later on. It reduces that cognitive load.
It really does. You already know where the argument is headed, so your comprehension speed just shoots up.
So once we've got the map, the next hurdle is the physical habit of how our eyes move, getting past that single-word trap.
Yes. We call it reading in chunks. You have to train your eyes to stop seeing single words and start seeing phrases.
Like a camera lens instead of a flashlight.
That's a great way to put it. Instead of reading the man in the car, your brain just processes the man in the car as one single unit of meaning.
Okay, but this brings us to the really hard part. The part that requires discipline. What do you do when you hit a word you just don't know?
Right, and there is an absolute rule here, and you have to stick to it. You never, ever immediately check the dictionary.
Never. But what if I can't understand the sentence without it? That's the classic problem.
I know, but that reflex is what we need to break. It shuts down your intuition. Instead, you have to force yourself to use contextual clues.
So look at the words around it.
Exactly. Is the tone positive or negative? Based on the grammar, is it a person, an action, a description? You can infer a lot.
So you only check the dictionary after you finish the whole paragraph, and only for the one or two words that are truly blocking your understanding.
That's it. That's how you build real language intuition, not just a big vocabulary list.
Okay, so let's make this concrete. How do we turn all this into a daily habit? What does a 5-minute practice drill look like?
It's super straightforward.
Minute 1, quick structure. You read the title, and then only the first and last paragraphs, just to nail down the what, who, and why.
Then for minutes 2 and 3, you do block scanning. This is where you push for speed, let your eyes move in chunks through the middle. You can mark words you don't know, but the dictionary stays closed.
Okay, and then minute 4.
Logic review. You stop, cover the text, and you try to summarize the main point in one single sentence in English or your own language.
So that's the test to see if you actually built the information map correctly.
Precisely. And then finally, in minute 5, you do what we call precise decoding.
Now I can use the dictionary.
Now you can. But only for the 3 most critical words you mark. And don't just write down the definition, write down the sentence it was used in. Context is everything.
This is great. So for anyone wanting to start this drill today, where can they find good practice material?
I've got a few favorites. For building up difficulty slowly, News in Levels is fantastic. It sorts articles into different tiers. If you're short on time and want to practice with dense nonfiction summaries, Blinkist is an amazing tool.
And for digital reading.
Oh, you have to use Readwise. It captures all your highlights and sends you regular reviews, which really helps you remember the key takeaways.
So when you boil it all down, the fundamental shift is realizing you have to master the forest before you start inspecting every single tree. The real goal is information.
That's the whole game.
So the question for you to think about is this. What's the one habit, the biggest mental block, that you need to let go of to start reading for structure instead of just for translation? That's where you begin.